Hi, everyone. Welcome to your guided notes for characteristics of a dystopia. Screencastify gives me 5 minutes to do a video. So I am going to do this rather quickly, but that is because you can pause after each term to fill in your guided notes. So, characteristics of a dystopia. First, we should clarify what a utopia is. A utopia is an imaginary, perfect, or near perfect society. This is a place where citizens are all happy and relatively healthy and all of their needs are met. If we take that word and put the prefix dys in front of it, dys, dys means bad or ill. Okay, like in the word dysfunctional, something that does not function. So what is a dystopia? It's an imagined society with great suffering and or injustice, and it oftentimes there is an oppressive government in that society. So what are the characteristics of a dystopia? There are 6. You're going to list them in your guided notes. The characteristics on the left, on the numbered side, and then a couple of questions on the right. First, is there an urban setting? So urban setting is your first characteristic. Questions to ask yourself: is the setting urban or suburban? Is that setting in ruins? Or on the opposite end of that spectrum, it could be strangely perfect. Second, a pressure to conform. And by conform, I mean be like everybody else. So, is there a pressure for characters to behave in a certain way or to believe certain things? Remember, you can pause after each of these to take time for your notes. 3, is there a backstory of war or great suffering? Was there a war or rebellion, an invasion in the past? What caused it? What was the result? If it's realistic fiction, like in The Man in the High Castle, you can see this map on the left. They speculate that what would have happened if Germany and Japan had won the war, and the result is a divided U.S. that's under Nazi and Japanese rule. Or it could be an alien invasion, like on the right. Doesn't have to be realistic. The fourth characteristic: there's often a totalitarian government. What does that mean? It means that the government controls the citizens' lives in total. So, does the government control everything? Do they prohibit opposition? In other words, are you not allowed to criticize them in any way, even in a polite way? And then how do they do this? In what ways do they do it? These are pictures of actual totalitarian governments. Hitler's army on the left, and present day North Korea's on the right. Fifth characteristic: isolation of characters. Do the characters feel alone or feel separate or different from the group? This isolation could be literal, like for Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games. She literally goes out into the woods alone to find food to survive. Or it could be figurative. She's also then at one point in the games with other kids, and she's still feeling very alone and very isolated. And finally, the hero usually questions society. So you'd ask yourself, does the hero question society or government? Are they critical of it? So they could question, just say, wonder why we do this. Or they could say, hey, you know what? This is not right. And if so, how do they show their disapproval? Those are the 6 characteristics of a dystopian society. Now you're going to go on and do your vocab, and then you're going to read the lottery.